thinking, I I have a dear friend in the Atlanta area. Her name is Shara Lee, and I want to thank her for all of her trust and faith and confidence in the things that I do. So, if she's watching, thank you for your trust and your confidence in me. I want to thank Tim Herr and Chris Lee. These guys are the consummate professionals. They have been just amazing hosts, and they have been there every step of the way as we have vetted this particular project and looked to build a foundation upon which to continue the momentum of a project as exciting as Riman is. Tim and I go way back. I'm really just meeting Chris, and both of their reputations precede them. And you all know Tim and Chris, just dynamic individuals who have been consistent leaders in the industry, amazing builders, record setters. And so it's been a privilege so far. We're just working with them, and I thank them for everything that they've done. And so let me kind of tell you, and then I want to thank our host. I'll say more about him, Mr. Jermaine Johnson, someone who has already, gone ahead and made this proof positive. He and I talked when he was in the Philippines, and I'll tell you more about that in just a second. And so, Jermaine, congratulations to you. Kudos to what you've done already and the success you've had and the success that is to come. Congratulations to each of you, because many of you are already in Riman. I'm just finding out about it, right? So congratulations and kudos to many of you. I am using your stories as my foundation, as our foundation upon which we are building our own journey and our own narrative in this amazing company. So let me tell you real quickly, because I'm hoping that this presentation today is unique because it's going to be inspirational, right? Why is it going to be inspirational? Because I'm new. Like, Tim sent me a flyer on Wednesday with my picture on it saying, "Hey man, you good to do this on Saturday?" I'm like, what? What? I've been in the business like a few hours, right? And so, yeah, so if you're brand new and you're just getting started, maybe you're a guest and you're considering getting started, this should be very inspirational to you, because you don't have to be a pro like Mr. Jermaine Johnson or Tim Herr or Chris Lee. You can be brand new like Spencer Iverson, all right? Let me tell you a little bit about my background so you can at least appreciate the perspective from which I come. I currently live in Atlanta, Georgia, the greater Atlanta, Georgia area, Beaufort, Georgia specifically. My dad was a preacher. I was a sports attorney for several years, went to Georgia Tech undergrad, got my first patent when I was 25 years old, found the home-based business, network marketing industry, fell in love with it. I've been blessed to have done some pretty cool things in this space, and decided after a certain point of building to go into ownership. Since that time, I have owned 3 different home-based business network marketing companies. The first one that I owned, we put in 76,000 people the first 30 days. The second one, we put in 53,000 people the first 30 days. Then the last one, which we sold a travel company, we built it so quickly in 10 months, the world's largest home-based travel company bought us out. And I retired from building executive ownership. I am now the COO of a company called Mosca, that is a peer-to-peer blockchain funding cooperative, fantastic technology project. And I have one of America's fastest growing personal development masterclasses called Worthy of Millions. Worthy of Millions. Website is IamWorthyOfMillions.com. I'm a big fan of personal self-development. But it was in that Mosca project where I called someone to get them involved in Mosca from Bermuda. And the young man got involved, and then he said, "Hey, let me tell you what I'm doing." And see, I don't do quid pro quo, right? I'll do your deal if you do my deal. And something like, "Look, no, this is about Mosca." And he said, "Oh, okay." So later on, he said, "Hey, look, I got somebody who's interested in Mosca, who's a part of my current deal. You want to talk to him?" That's how they got me, right? So yeah, let's talk to him. So we talked to him. He listened. Name was Paul. And but then they still told me about what I know today to be Riman. But they mentioned that we were getting ready to open up in the Philippines. And specifically, Jermaine Johnson was going to be in Manila. Well, I do commodities work, and I have one of my commodities partners lives in Manila. Jermaine met with him and whatnot, and did a phenomenal job of introducing Riman to him. And then my partner in Manila decided not to do the project, or we'll look at it later. 2 weeks later, a young lady reached out to me, told me what she was doing. She's a major builder in the industry, multiple seven-figure earner. She said she's going to start her own cosmetics line. I said, have you considered the possibility, instead of taking investors' money and starting your own line, using your influence and aligning yourself and your brand with an existing successful company? What you got? So I said, look, let me, I was the second guy in charge of a $4 billion hedge fund. So my business hat was on. I said, let me introduce you to Tim and Chris. One thing led to another. And next thing you know, we're in LA, in Los Angeles, meeting with Tim and Chris and Betty. And that is when the indoctrination process began. And so Riman has found me, and here we are. We were just in Vegas. Put some sevens in the chat box if you were in Las Vegas for the national convention. So much energy. Again, Jermaine did a phenomenal job hosting. I got a chance to meet some of you all and some of your stories. You may not have known who I am. That's perfectly fine, because I was really doing due diligence with about 15 other individuals. I missed Jermaine because I was in a lot of meetings during my time there, as was Jermaine. But the time that I saw him, his energy and his love and passion, and you all's love and passion for this project is phenomenal. So I'm thrilled to be with you all today. Let's get started. Riman has been established in Korea since 2018. So it's a relatively new company that is not so new that is considered a startup, but is new enough so that it still has a tremendous pace for opportunity and growth. It's the #1 K-beauty brand in Korea. Please understand that Korea is the skincare capital of the world. Riman is the #1 skincare brand in that country by default, making them the #1 skincare brand in all of the world. 40,000 bottles of the active cream were sold in Korea. Now listen, I need to pause for a second. When I went to Los Angeles, I left and came home with this thing called an experience kit, right? That had 8 items of technology in it, okay? Now, I have a skincare routine, which is basically this little rubber brush that vibrates, and I put some stuff that I got on Amazon Prime on it, and I clean my face, as I shower. Any moisture that gets on my skin, moisturizer and all that stuff, comes from sweat and the activities that I do. I just don't have a very high-tech skincare routine. But so I'm seeing all this technology, and I remember meeting, we're in Beverly Hills having lunch with Betty. And I said, Betty, when I first got the cleanser, I thought I got a bad batch, because it was so old that it had turned into powder. And they were laughing, explaining that, no, that's the form that it comes in. So you don't have to be a beauty expert to really understand all the nuances of this. But I have been using the products for about 3 months pretty faithfully. Listen to me. Those of you who know me know I'm not hype person. I'm not rah-rah guy. But I have never gotten more compliments on my skin than I have in the past 3 weeks. I'm on camera a lot, Zooms, social media, TV, whatever it is, and I have gotten so many. Some of the compliments have been uncomfortable, but they're compliments nonetheless, and it has been fantastic. So 40,000 bottles, there are only 40 million bottles, there's only 50 million people in Korea. And billions of dollars were made in Korea during COVID. Now, make that make sense. Just kind of put your business analyst hat on. Some things just have to make sense. How in the world do you do almost over $1 billion during COVID when people were wearing masks? Like, this shows the strength of the product. People couldn't even see you, and they were concerned about the beauty of their skin. That is phenomenal data. We launched in North America about 1.5 years ago in March 18th of 2023. So our timing here in North America is fantastic. We pre-launched in Taiwan in 2023, Hong Kong last year in 2024. I know we have Mexico coming online April the 1st. So our timing for Riman is absolutely fantastic. Riman means rebirth. And what a testament to the processes that have gone into and the research that have gone into the development of our products. Let's look at our brands. 3 major brands. ICD, Intercellular Dermatology. ICD, that's a big word. Now, guys, should have given you these disclaimers earlier. While I am an attorney, I am not acting as your attorney on today, nor am I a doctor. So some of these terms that you will hear on today, I will not be able to pronounce. I will not pretend to be a doctor. I did not play one on television. I did not sleep at a Holiday Inn Select last night. So we will get through this together. Okay. So that's another benefit of why I'm hoping that this is inspirational for you. You don't have to be a medical specialist to really get through this and understand how effective this campaign is. Boda Lab is another one of our brands, and Lifening, which I'm learning more and more about, and I can't wait. I've got some Lifening products on the way. So I'm thrilled about some of these products that I'm currently using and the ones that I'm finding more and more about. But I think we have something that can give you more details. Now, look, this giant Beyond Pool, I went to Georgia Tech, which just means I'm a certified nerd. I find great comfort in data and statistics and science and math and physics, stuff like that. And when I was in Las Vegas and I was listening to Betty explain the details behind the science and the research behind this fantastic plant, it technically is Asiatic pennywort. And what Pennyworth, and the narrative goes that tigers who were injured, maybe through fights or, injured in trying to get food, and the prey fought back pretty vigorously so that the tiger was injured, they would be found rolling around in these plants. And the indigenous folks began to study, why did they consistently go to this same area and roll around after they've been injured? And they found out that these plants have certain healing properties, anti-inflammatory benefits, tested hydration properties, et cetera. So what our founder, Chairman An, has done is he's taken this plant that naturally grows to be about a quarter size and found a way to make it giant Beyond Pool and therefore get more utility out of it, more potency, more efficacy out of this plant. Therein lies a lot of the commercial benefit that lies within the Riman ecosystem. Now, let's talk about the Jeju lava energy water. Now, I heard about this when I was being introduced to Riman, but I knew about the power and the properties that help with the skin from years ago on a trip that I took to Costa Rica. There's a volcano in Costa Rica. It's an active volcano called Arenal. It's been active since 1968. There is a resort at the base. There are about 3 resorts, but one that I went to in particular. And at the base of this resort, they have created a natural occurring springs that are heated naturally from the lava from the volcano. And they encourage you to go in there and bathe, et cetera, because it's so mineral rich, it does wonders for the skin. So when I was told by Tim and Chris that Riman uses volcanic water as a key ingredient in many of its products, I knew that was effective because of what I had experienced years ago in Costa Rica. And so by having the rights to use this volcanic water, again, I think only about 13 companies have the rights to use exclusively this volcanic water on Jeju Island. We are the only one that can use it for cosmetic purposes. Again, you have to appreciate a company that has intellectual property throughout its system so that it gives you a competitive edge in the marketplace. And then here's one of those words. This is big N word technology, liposomes, right? So I think we have a video though that may be coming up that can explain even more about some of the technology behind the Riman products. Let's take a look.
Here in the Inselderm Byungpool lab, we work with elements provided by nature. Among the many gifts of nature, the Earth's energy provides a capacity to purify. That capacity is enriched in the plant Centella asiatica, also known as Byungpool in Korea. The size of the leaf, the direction of the root, soil temperature, and cultivation method. Every aspect is analyzed. The plants are grown for 45 days until they brim with life's energy. Only freshly harvested Korean byungpul plants are used as ingredients for Inselderm. Another key ingredient is the pristine lava seawater from Jeju Island. For over 400,000 years, the volcanic rock beds of Jeju have borne the ocean's energy, instilled into its deep waters. That water is infused at the optimal temperature of 80 degrees Celsius for 20 hours to slowly and gently extract the essential fluids from the byungpul leaves. Those fluids are at the core of the brightening and purifying energy delivered by Inselderm. We present to you byungpul Energy Fluid. Our hypoallergenic fluid boosts the skin cell regeneration cycle by providing optimal benefits with the Booster Serum Booster Ritual. The booster opens the way for moisture to enter and awaken the skin's radiance. Then, the serum aligns the skin barrier to enhance the glow. And the final layer of booster ingrains glow and resilience deep into your skin. With this routine, your skin will gain the glow-lifting effects. Radiate the glow of youth from deep inside your skin cells with Inselderm.
Wow. Let me pause real quick, because one of the things, if you're like me and you are brand new, or maybe you're looking at this as a guest, people who know me, I am, see how to say this, I'm a bougie person. Okay, now let me qualify that. Let me give you a little more context. It just means that I don't buy much, but when I do buy, I buy quality, right? I don't just buy lesser brands. If I'm going to spend some money on it, I might as well get the best, so that, because I know of the quality and the technology and the skill and craftsmanship that went into it. That's all I mean, right? One of the things that I looked at with Riman was they have a top-down approach to everything. Look at that commercial. Look at that film, right? That is a Madison Avenue quality film. From what I'm told, they spent over $1 million producing that film, produced by Samsung, and it is of the highest quality. This is not a normal company. There are most of the companies that I've been associated with that I know about, they try to spend as little money as possible. It feels like a network marketing company. It feels like something that they're trying to get over on people. This is the best of the best. And you have I am not embarrassed at all to take this to professional athletes that I've represented, actors and actresses that I work with, individuals who are operating at a high level of business, because when you start at the top, everyone else will come. You are the example setter. You're the trend setter. That is what Riman is doing. This is fantastic quality, and I appreciate that about everything that they've done. The new packaging and the new branding. They said, listen, you know what? Let's look at some. Our packaging is good. We want it to be great. We want it to be the best. So they identified someone in a company that works with brands like Gucci, Prada, Louboutin, Louis Vuitton, and engaged that person, commissioned that person to do the packaging and branding for our company. This is the cream of the crop. This is luxury. These are luxury products at affordable prices. Look at this picture here. This is the Riman campus on Jeju Island. Jeju Island is known as the Hawaii of Korea. It is the largest island in Korea, and this is fascinating to me. Listen, I vet companies for a living, and I have studied this company. It has all of the ingredients that you're looking for in something that is sustainable and is going to give us something that will last. Look at the fact that you have a solar power station, a Riman farm, the Byungpul lab, the Jeju Lava Water Center, a wind power station, the Ask Base. That's the lab. That's the laboratory. It's a campus. Now, why? You may not understand everything that's happening here. Let me come out to a macrocosmic view, right? Back out a little bit. and give you the business side of what we're looking at, right? There is a smart farm located on Jeju Island, and it's being expanded as we speak. You know what all of this ultimately equals and means? And we saw an example of this in Las Vegas. And some of you may have missed it. Let me break it down for you from a business analyst perspective. What you're looking at is a company that understands where and how to invest its dollars. See, when I'm looking at $30+ million companies and I'm breaking down EBITDA data and pro formas and looking at, profit margins and et cetera, you want to get to the source of it. How are they able to sustain? Will they be able to sustain great products, great prices for their products for a long period of time? How are they able to do that? Are they able to do it? Can they scale? This is how you do it, guys. This is a blueprint. This is a masterclass in how you do that. Why? Because they're growing. We grow our own plant, which we invented. Who invents their own plant? You know what that means? That means that you are able to keep your costs down because you're not having to go through a third party. You can control those variables. And now, because it's in a controlled environment, you're getting the best of the best so that the quality is consistent and remains to be the best. Don't you like being a part of the best? Put some sevens in the chat box if you also want to align your brand to be the best. Listen, Spencer Iverson is a brand. Anybody who knows me knows that Spencer Iverson is a brand. I don't say that arrogantly. It just means that when people who know me know I associate with professionalism, integrity, and character. These are the things you are finding out and seeing with this company. They are putting their money where their mouth is. Let's go to the resort. This got me. This Riman Village. Like who does this? When Tim says, hey man, we have our own resort. Like, okay, in my mind, I'm thinking hookabrother.com, like, Gilligan's Island type stuff. Okay, yeah, a resort, right. And they showed me the village of them at this resort that can only be visited by Riman distributors, and they're expanding the resort. Who does that part? Most companies in the network marketing, home-based business, direct sales space feel good just making sure your commissions get out on time. I'm working with a friend of mine right now. He flew out with me to Vegas, one of the several champions who flew out. His name is Mr. Derek Brown, absolute titan of the 3 companies that I've owned. He was the #1 guy in both of them from a building perspective. I mean, just massively large builder. He's got a Batmobile Lamborghini in his garage. And we're talking about this. I said, Derek, this company has built its own resort. Like who? There is something special about this guy. And I can't wait to take my trip. Jermaine, I can't wait to take my trip to Jeju Island and experience this fan. That shows that Chairman An and those at the executive level have truly put the distributors first. I love the fact that there are so many different things that are unique and different about Riman. Here you'll find out more about Jeju Island, its location. Let's take a look.
진화. 어떤 진화는 수많은 시도를 통해 이전 세대를 완전히 뒤엎을 우월함을 창조해낸다. 새로운 종의 탄생, 자이언트 병풀. 그 신비로운 에너지를 제주 용암 횟수에 더해 진화하는 광채 에너지. 원류 앤셀덤.
Listen, Riman has been successful in attracting some of the top influencers in the world, even in South Korea. The #1 and #2 most famous actors and actresses have aligned themselves and are leveraging their influence with Riman. I went and used my Google Korean interpreter I didn't understand a lot of that. It was absolutely beautiful. I mean, he looks fantastic. And it interpreted, I am handsome. I am 93. I am Riman. It's fantastic. I mean, guys, it's absolutely beautiful. I mean, look at him. The guy's skin is just flawless. We are in the right place I'm 71. Look at my skin. So I'm just joking, guys. Listen, these products really, really work. And I hope that you are enjoying your experience. And if you have not had your experience yet, please make sure before this presentation is over with that you get your experience kit, because it is just that. ICD, that's our most recent brand. ICD, in cellular dermatology, in between the cells, cleaning and hydrating. This line of products has actually been repackaged as well, rebranded. They revealed the new brands to us and the new branding to us in Las Vegas to huge fanfare, and everyone is really thrilled about what the ICD products can do. Premium skincare. These are products that you will feel the difference. You will see the difference. And I love the fact that, and I believe many have said this in their own presentations, one of the characteristics that makes the Riman product so unique and distinctive is that these are not masks, meaning these are not things that just simply are placed over your skin to hide things. Our products heal your skin from the inside out. You don't become number one in the world by fooling people. You become number one in the world by having products that actually work. Now, this was another element of Riman that got Spencer Iverson, because I typically have not done product companies. I enjoy service-based companies. You know, I've done travel and travel and travel. I look, because everybody's always going to travel, and we still own a travel company today. But in product-based companies, I've been involved in a company. I won't say the company's name, but you know, the initials are Monavi. Anyway, it was. I felt like I was convincing people. And that's why I never really liked products. I don't like to sell. You know, I had to convince people, you know, that this juice is delicious and it's $80 and it'll do this with your heart and your energy. And for $80, you'll begin to convince yourself of a lot of stuff. You know what? I think I do feel the active cells in my body moving together. Well, whatever, for $80, you'll say anything. But you don't have to when you have visible results like this. This is what got me. When you can have tangible visual results, not in months and years. Many individuals get in Riman and they get on the experience kit and they have results in days. Look at Tim up there. Tim went from handsome to handsomer. Like, you know, come on, man. Tim, you're killing me, man. Oh, it's just in so many different products. Like, you know, I was riding in LA with Tim and Chris, and I said, man, you know, the air here is very arid. It's very dry. I need to pull over and get some chapstick. Now you're talking about being prepared. Like, Tim whips out this box of like this gigantic like chapstick stick, and he gave it to me. And, you know, it was phenomenal. But then he said, man, you can also use it on your feet. And so it kind of took some of the luster off of, you know, but you know, oh gosh, there it is. Yeah. And yeah, that's what I had. I would encourage you to have multiple sticks of this. I would not use it for the same application. You see a before and after, even of the bottom of your feet, which I understand with this product also adds additional benefit. So now I'm excited about this slide. Why? Because when we were in LA, we were supposed to go to the offices in Irvine, but we looked at the time and traffic had built up in LA. You all know how LA traffic can be. We didn't have time to get to Irvine. Betty says, listen, we're doing a secret shoot in Beverly Hills for our new cosmetics line that's coming out. It's the same studio that Rihanna shoots her line and the Kardashians do their filming in. And would you all like to go? I said, let me think about it. Yes. So we went and we saw these models filming this cosmetics line that is coming in April. Now, let me just say this. I know I live in Atlanta. I will not personally have any personal testimonials about this product line, but from what I understand, oh man, the women who have used this and the fact that it's going to have a lot of the proprietary ingredients that Riman is known for in these products, and that they are for all shades and tones of people. I love the diversity that they're including in the branding and the marketing. But Spencer Iverson would not have a personal testimonial for you on this one. I would need you to live vicariously through someone else. Next slide. Yes, and look at these delicious lips that are now on the screen in the different colors and tones. And those of you who the women, I know that you are going to fall in love with this. There was a formulator there who was explaining to us all of the benefits. I didn't know what a cushion was, and it's just, you know, I am learning every single day. Let's talk about Bodalab. Bodalab, guys. Now, the Bodalab products, and there are individuals who are suffering from a number and battling with a number of different issues as relates to their beautification and skincare routines. Our Bodalab products, in terms of its personal care, it uses an ingredient made with desertola. Deserticola. They call it the miracle of the desert. It's patented. This particular shampoo, I have a number of people who are really interested in, because in our community, a lot of individuals suffer from ailments that cause them to lose their skin. I mean, lose their skin. No, lose their hair. And here's a product that has been scientifically proven, clinically proven, with testimonials to help with that. So when you look at this, after 1 week of use, 83% scalp trouble level has been decreased, 29% moisture level has been increased. I love it when you have a product that has the clinical trials and the data to prove its efficacy and the fact that it works. So don't think that we're just about skincare. Our Bodalab line of products also helps with hair regeneration and growth. Look at some of these again, both before and afters. The pictures tell the tale. I don't have to be a medical expert when you can look at these pictures and see. I believe our global president of sales, Mr. Danny was on stage talking about how he was losing hair, and now his hair has regrown. It's fuller than it ever has been because of his use of the Bodalab products. And then finally, on my part, let's look at the lifening. I'm excited about this because I like to work out. I play golf, I cycle, I weight train, I fish. I am outdoors a lot. I try to watch what I eat. And your skin and your skin as it relates to its health and vitality is in large part a function and a byproduct of what we put into our bodies. And here are products in our lifening line that help us heal from the inside out. Deep Talk Plus, natural psyllium husk fiber with zinc, collagen. Guys, please understand that collagen is the most abundant protein in the human body, makes up 75 to 80% of our skin cells. And it is a naturally occurring item, an element in our body. However, as we age, the amount of collagen that our body produces decreases. And when it decreases, it causes the fine wrinkles that we see and the dryness of the skin. And so here we have in our lifening products, and this Beauty Collagen EX is an enhanced version from what we had maybe a year ago. It has been enhanced in its potency for today. So please don't just look at us as something for skincare. We have products that will help you heal and stay beautiful from the inside out. So, do we have a film? Do we have a video on this? Oh no, or are we ready for, let me share this with you as I go, as I get ready to close, because I'm going to introduce the person who's going to share with you how you can turn this into an opportunity to really change your family's financial destiny. Again, I'm not a hype person. This company has checked all the boxes. It has the financial resources. It is very well capitalized. It has intellectual property to protect the work that you do for years and years to come. Amazing leadership. The timing could not be better. Just a year and a half in North America alone, just opening in Mexico, just opening in different parts of Asia. The only thing that's missing right now is you. I started the company, my first company that I owned, our product was a sanitary napkin for women. And I learned a lot about women going through that journey. And I know that women have many stories. And what I'm passionate about as we began our journey in Riman is beginning to hear some of the stories that will come from women and men in our lives as a result of their utility of this product. Getting a chance to tell their stories about how they have overcome, how they have, women who've been through cancer and the chemicals in those cancer treatments have depleted their skin of their color, of their pigmentation, and they're dying to be beautiful again. They're dying to be recognized. Women who have been in different situations in life and relationships who just really feel like they're worthy of kindness. Whatever your story is, your story can be told in this company. This product is simply a conduit to your story. What we want you to do right now is get ready to listen to how it can also reinforce your finances. I can't think of a better person. This gentleman was one of the top 5 youth pastors in America at one point in time, has created an absolutely amazing career in the home-based business industry. I have a partner who has worked with him for several years. He's a golf buddy of mine out in Texas, and he's told me story after story after story. He has a servant leader's heart. He has welcomed us with open arms. He's blazed a trail already, multiple 7-figure earner. You know him as Mr. Jermaine Johnson. Jermaine, take it away and let's show them how they can make some money from this phenomenal opportunity that we call Riman. You got it, brother.
Oh, my brother. This, look, phenomenal presentation. Phenomenal. Just so eloquent. Put a one or put some fire emojis in the chat for the one and only Spencer Iverson. That, look here, I don't even need to say anything after that, but yet there was so much that he said. And as he was just talking about himself, you know, it took me to the words of Deion Sanders. Look, don't let his confidence insult your insecurities. Look, he just understands when he sees quality and he sees good things, and he knows that you can only sell junk one time. And so this is something. And then I see a lot of professional network marketers here on the line. And look, he can't say this about himself, but look, he isn't corporate. He didn't take a corporate position or anything. He saw the opportunity, and the way that all of us have been taught. The way to success is to find out where everybody else is going and you get there first. And he said, this is something that's worth my time. And then I see a lot of men on here. And first off, let me convey to you that the Bro Glow movement is real. Look, men are taking better care of themselves. Men have also been involved in this industry, but yet this is a female-dominated industry. And look, what it is about a product-based company is that it has good retention. Look, it's just like when your grandparent, when they would find their actual detergent or their deodorant or their toothpaste, what did they do? They kept it for years and years and years. And that's what we have our hands on here. And then let me just convey to you, what you're seeing right now is like being back in 1963 when Mary Kay started. This is like being back in 1959 when Amway started, or back in 1976 when Apple started, or let me keep it real, if you could have really saw it in 2008 when Bitcoin first started. Yeah, exactly. That's what we have our hands on here. And so with that said, guys, let me talk to you from a business perspective. Yes, I've been around this industry for 35 years, and I'll say it, I've done it all. Amway, Primerica, ACN, XL, candle parties, shoe parties, lingerie parties. Y'all forgive me about that one. Pray for me. I've done everything. Cutco, Kirby, all those types of things, please. Look, I've done it all. Legal services, made about $1 million doing that, to go from being broke to making $50,000 in a day. Sometimes it's just crazy. But look, back then, look, I was broke, really home in foreclosure, 3 children. I needed some things to change. And see, what happened is some of the deacons at the church started to take me around those old Amway conventions. And I sat there and I saw these people. They were living their dreams. They had time freedom and financial freedom. Some of them, they didn't even have all their teeth in their mouth, but they could do it. And I said, if they can do it, I can do it. So see, you don't have to be as polished and eloquent as Spencer Iverson. All you have to do is find something that's real and it works. And if it works, it will network. And so with that said, when my wife and I saw this, we sat there, and you got to understand, this is history, because this is the first time that there have been 2 African-American males doing this presentation together. And I don't know if Spencer was raised the same way I was, but they taught me that black don't crack and beige don't age and Asian don't raisin. But that's a lie. Look here, I don't care who you are. After 40, everybody, you're going to experience something called slippage. Y'all know what slippage is? Yeah, that's when things start slipping and sliding in ways that you didn't think they would. See, you're going to need some help. And this is what these products are doing. And so with that said, let's talk business very quickly, because I'm going to be respectful of your Saturday and my birthday weekend. But there's so many people on here. Look here. Let's just talk business. The global K-beauty industry, because everybody, look, the K influence is everywhere. In 2019, it did $10 billion here just within the US. It's predicted to do $30 billion by 2029. Netflix says 60% of its users today are watching something with Korean content. And then, look, Shake Shack just actually, I don't know what happened there. Shake Shack just actually came out with a Korean-inspired menu. The K influence, even in the music industry, as Mr. Iverson has been a part of. Look, K-pop, it's everywhere. The Korean influence is everywhere. So from a business standpoint, look, I needed to know that this was worth my time because I'm about to be 53. I don't got time to play, right? I don't have time to go from company to company to company. It has to be something real. Now, in the world of business, I think they call it the retail apocalypse. See, we used to live in the day of brick and mortar. Today we live in the day of click and order. 71% of people, they buy online and they buy from brands and people they follow online and people that they know, like, and trust. So I don't care what you want to call it, direct sales, affiliate marketing, sharing, whatever you want to call it. All I know is that it works. And if you share a good idea long enough, eventually it does fall on good ground. But what's so unique about this model? It is a hyper marginalized wholesale distribution model. Say that a few times. Look, because here's what's so powerful. Unlike a lot of companies out there, with this, you can take it to customers. Those of you that are strong in customer acquisition, you can do that. But then also you can go B2B. As Mr. Iverson said, he's a brand. But guess what? He can take this to an esthetician, to a day spa. So I'm going to ask you this because a lot of things I've sold or shared, everybody couldn't use. So I'm going to ask you this. Who do you know with skin? Everybody, right? Everybody. This is one even for young people because today in school, kids are getting bullied. And those typically the ones that do get bullied, some of them look different. So I'm talking about self-esteem. And then your online channels. You have people that are influencers or you know someone, even some of you have teenagers where they're on TikTok and Instagram and all of that type of stuff. Guys, there's so many ways to do this. And the K-beauty research or searches for has increased 83% over the last year. People are looking for K-beauty. It just is. It's dominating the industry. Now, let's talk business. Let's keep it real because I know I have some very prominent people here on the call today and I want to thank you. But let's keep it real here. 64% of people that are earning over six figures today are living paycheck to paycheck. Yeah, look, 48% of people are not prepared for a $500 emergency, according to Scranton University. The U.S. revolving credit card debt today is $4,728.21. It is not getting paid. Now, 80% of people today, look, they just want to make an extra $500 a month. Guess what? We got you. Then there's about 15% of you that are looking to make $500 per week. Guess what? We got you. But then there's about 5% of you here on this call and people that you know that they can see themselves making an extra $500 per day. Guess what? We got you. But we don't preach a get rich quick. All we're saying is that we want to help people offset bills. Now, let me throw this in here. Even if we don't talk again, and I pray that we do, but let's keep it real. The three things that continue to grow, continue to soar during a recession or not, pay attention to this, are alcohol sales, continue to grow, gambling, continue to grow. And the third one, health and wellness, particularly skincare, because people love to mask what they're going through. Oh man, that was good. So look, everybody can get started as a customer or a planner. Those are the only two ways. As a customer, you're going to get 5% rewards. Everybody does rewards, but it makes sense to get started as a planner. Why is that? As a planner, guys, once you get started as a planner, and I know there's about two of you that are like, what's the catch, right? How much does it cost to get started as a planner? $20. Did he say that? Yes, he did. $20. $20 to get started. Not a monthly $20. $20. We don't even care if you do anything for the next year. Getting started as a planner makes sense because you begin to get 10% rebate on whatever that you use or you purchase, or if you sell that or share that by way of online, or because you have all of your back office, all of your shopping carts, all the technology is paid for. We're not playing any of those games. See, because people are looking today. People really know this industry works, but there have been all type of things out there. We don't even have a quota. We're not doing those types of things. We're building this here with integrity. Now, very quickly, pay attention to this. Over 3 months, within a 3-month window, if you eclipse 3,000 SP, I call them sales points, but we just got back from Vegas. All of this presentation is brand new because look, we just got gooder and gooder. Is it okay to say it that way, Brother Iverson? Gooder and gooder? Yes, sir. Look here.
Yes, sir.
We just got gooder and gooder. Look, 3,000 SP at that, and you can do it within a 3-month window. At that point, you're going to begin to earn 20 to 30%. Now, by that point, you are going to begin to find other people sharp, just like you. In the words of my business partner, Les Brown, you're going to find some people hungry. You're going to find some people that can be better than you. At that point, you're going to begin to also earn 5 to 10%. But wait, it doesn't stop there. Senior manager is when you eclipse about 6,000 SP. You can do it in 3 months, or some of you will say, look, I understand getting the best return on investment. Can I just start off at senior manager? Yes, you can purchase up to senior manager. You start off at that, where you begin to get 30 to 40%. Now, see, I like to say that this compensation plan, or this rewards and revenue plan, is broken down into 3 areas. The planner phase is for affiliate marketing. The manager and senior manager, that's for those that understand social selling or social retailing. That's fine. See, because again, you can take this to a day spa. You can take this to a esthetician. You can take this to a beautician. You can take this to a health fitness trainer. They can add our products into their brand, carry them in their store. Team leader are for those people that you understand network marketing. One, you love yourself and you love people. Is that all right? You don't mind to build team. And at that point, that's when you eclipse 50,000 SP in a 5-month window. You're going to begin to get back 40 to 50%. Hold on. Did he say that? Yeah, because that change just happened last week, and we are excited because so many people see this type of plan. People can get paid a lot up front and a lot long term. See, this is what we love about this. And then for those of you that you understand revenue share, those of you that you understand when Mr. Iverson said that over the next 3 months, we're going to be opening up the Philippines, Singapore, Japan, right? Mexico is opening this month. You want to get to the director position because that's when you get an additional check, revenue share, as we begin to open up countries all over the world. This is huge, guys. Then leadership check match. As you help other people, you are going to get first generation, second generation, third generation at the team leader position. When you get to the director position, that's going to unlock additional check match. So you find good people that can find good people that find good people that can find great people like Spencer Iverson. Y'all got that? Look here, that's the way this works. I love this. I love to find people that can be better than me, or people that are business savvy enough to see this. See, tired of all of the non-Me Too companies or the Me Too companies, right? No. This is something, see, what Mr. Iverson didn't say is that, look, we have those 13 patents, but we have a 20-year exclusive contract with Jeju Island. Nobody can do what we're doing. Hold on. Do you understand what I just told you? That right there? Oh, we have the run of a lifetime right now. Now, because we just came out of our convention, very quickly, guys, these are convention promos that are still at work now, guys, whereas you can go out and earn additional the money for getting started today. Get back with the person because it's key you're seeing this today because these just went into effect last Friday, and Saturday, but we extended them. When we heard a person like the great Spencer Iverson was going to plant his flag here, we went in the back room and said, you know what? We got to keep these promotions going. And he's going to do a call on Saturday. So for those of you that are seeing this, you can take advantage of this for the rest of the month. But it doesn't stop there. There's some of you that you invited people onto this call. You're going to get started. This is the second promotion, and you're going to help 3 people get started. If they go out and generate 1,000 SP, you're going to get an additional $300 on top of the commission that you got from them getting started. Now, look here, we have global events, look, that are happening all over. But guys, look, this is what I'm telling you. We are just getting started. There were people at convention from Australia, and we aren't even in Australia. There were people from the Philippines, and we aren't even in the Philippines yet. My wife and I, as he said, just went to the Philippines because we're visionaries. Oh no, we are not going to miss out on this opportunity. But this is what is happening right now. So look, I'm going to encourage you guys. This is huge, and people are starting to hear about it, because I'll throw this in for my real network marketers. People are searching today for a home and a hero. I'll say it again, a home and a hero. We found a home, and God is the hero. Now, these are the convention packs, because look, you want to get started with product, but this is just a renew pack. It gives you for your personal use. This is what Tim says. If you just want to put your toe in the water, well, then at least put your big toe, right? And get this, right? This is fine just so you can use and you can get your story. But for those of you that you understand, you're going to use it. You're going to get your story, but you want some of it all, right? Plus you want at least a portion to share with 1 or 2 individuals. Well, this comes with the experience kits, as well as all of the brand new product and the Boda Lab and the lifening. Let me throw this in about the lifening. Do you know that, look, the men are 2/3 more likely now to get skin cancer? This is why skin cancer is even important for the men, because we go out every day and we don't protect ourselves in any way. This is huge. And we don't ever pay attention to the gut health until we get these diseases out here. And gut health is so important. So I'm telling you, it isn't just the skin care. It is the body care, the hair care, as well as that lifening. You want to get that, I promise you. And this is the ultimate renew pack, where you can get triples on a lot of the stuff, where you can use it, you can share it, and you can resell it, because we have a comparative price agreement, so you can resell the products. When we do presentations here at our house, people don't like to wait to get the product in the mail, so you can resell it. And for those of you that do have a way of social selling, you can upcharge. I need you to think bigger, think business, guys. See, people are seeing this as opportunity. This is also for Canada as well. And then some of you that have been in the industry, you may recognize these 2 individuals, Taylor and Larry Thompson. For those of you that want to get started and you say, you know what, I want 2 of the big packs. Well, guess what? That'll immediately code you at the manager position, but then you'll be invited to be in with Taylor and Larry Thompson, legends in the industry, guys. They were there back when Herbalife started, all types of these companies. They have taken these companies to billions. And then look, I playfully say this, as Mr. Iverson told you, my former life. In this one here, you'll do the ushering, we'll do the preaching, you get the collection plate. Though, is that a good church? Can everybody say amen? Amen. Look here, you don't have to talk the way I talk or the way he talks. Put somebody on Monday night, guys, with the super sheroes here. And then also, if you know someone out by Irvine, the great one, Tim Hurd, will be doing the presentation at our corporate office. Then we're just opening the Spanish market. God, this is huge. We just started a Spanish presentation. Then Tuesday, Wednesday, look, this is it. Last slide, I'm done. Robert Kiyosaki, I was actually on a call though with Kiyosaki, and he said, you all never ever really reach your true potential because you fail to operate in the collaborative efforts. He said, you all have so much ego that you fail to work together. He said, and this is why so many of you spend your entire life on the wrong side of the quadrant, where you spend it as an employee or self-employed. Guys, And he told me, he said, it's time for you to get to the right side of the quadrant. That's where you become a business owner and you can use that to become an investor. They say it's a sad thing here in America today. One mother can raise 4 children today, but 4 children cannot retire one mother. You go to the Walmart, you see our grandparents still working. You go to the airport, you see our grandparents still working. Come on, y'all, let's keep it real. It took one Oprah to change her family tree. Who will change yours? Guys, look, some of you have been praying for a way out, praying for a way to just breathe again. Guys, look, I'm just like Mr. Iverson. I do my research. And I saw on day 2 of 2025 on CBS, they just by chance ran this. And I want to show it to you here.
Our New Year's series is looking at different areas of your life that you could use a reset. This morning, we're talking about skincare. If you've spent any time on social media, you probably know that skincare routines have become very popular in the last few years. In fact, the global skincare industry is projected to be worth more than $260 billion by 2027. I believe that.
Hold on. 260 by 2027. Hold on. I don't even need to say anything else, but I'm going to ask you, how much of that will flow into your household? 160 billion by 2027. They say that 52% of people live in present fear or past regret. I pray that something that Mr. Iverson said causes you to get over that fear, helps you to see, you know what? Look, I don't have anything to lose. I only have everything to gain. I'm not going to miss out on being in on the front end of this, guys, because we're just getting started. And then I do not want you to have any regret that a year from now, 2 years from now, your neighbor or someone in your family is inviting you over to their house to show you Riman because they got in and you didn't. Guys, position yourself. Get back with the person that invited you on this call, guys, and let us help you. Whatever it is that you want to do in 2025, get back with the person that invited you. Tell them, 1, I want these products. 2, I want to get started. And 3, I want a game plan. I want to learn. I want to know how to explode this opportunity. Look here, I don't have anything else to say. But I'm going to tell you, I love you to life. I don't love anybody to death. We love you to life. But I'm going to tell you, I want you to live your dreams. I want you to live it out loud, and I want you to live it in total freedom. With that said, it's been a plum-pleasing pleasure. God bless you. Welcome to the team. Welcome to the family. Welcome to Riman. Y'all be blessed. Peace. Bye. Go. Hey, we done. Bye, y'all.